emotional resonance. You were asking how to work with those things that have an emotional load to them. The first thing that comes to mind, actually two things come to mind almost immediately, tips. The first is persist, and the second is mercy. So in approaching the difficult, stay in some relationship to yourself in a compassionate way that maybe you'll get hijacked by the feelings that arise. No blame. You're taking something on that you know is loaded. And persistence, just to come back to presence as you can. And perhaps the metaphor that I've been using of coming home can be helpful for you. So there's the space of knowing that you are. And I forget what you were offering, cleaning the microwave. Something that's a little harder than chopping vegetables, something that you may have some feelings that arise about. Let's say this is the job that your spouse is supposed to do and they're not doing it. I'm just making this up, but notice what comes into that space. There's this critter of emotional something, almost like another version of yourself that comes in, the one who has the complaint. Can you meet her and receive her without just joining the thought and being her? So it's a middle path really between, on the one hand, kind of just holding her off and trying to be a good yogi who doesn't have any negative emotions while you do things and tries to just stay in some kind of stance. Or on the other hand, just hopping on to thoughts and getting revved up by them. See if you can stay in that place of presence. And I use the word heart space, particularly because for something to feel received, it has to feel that kind of level of vibration meeting it. Not just a neutral observer, but that kind of vibration of something that's actually willing to be touched. And you'll find that in that moment, you may see more deeply and sympathetically into what's arising. So just to give you an example from myself, it's very simple, but right before the first sitting, I realized, I like put on my jeans and it's going to be hard on my knees if I'm kneeling in jeans. I got to go put on my sweatpants. So I hop up and I run out, and what's there but my dog who thinks, he's coming out of his office and it's time for us to go for a walk. And so I'm practically tripping over the dog through the living room, up the stairs, and she's getting all excited. And I realize this irritation arises, toward the dog. Like, you're in my way. And darn, do you have to believe that I'm taking you for a walk right now? But there was just kind of the space that could meet that. And right beneath the anger, I could feel this sensitive part of myself that has a hard time disappointing the dog. And it's like, oh, honey, this sweet thing in me that has a hard time disappointing the dog. It's okay, she'll get over it. She always does. But just to witness that and to have that be, it's like, and then it felt like, okay, that could just pass. It got what it needed. And what it needs often is blessing. I don't know that the irritation needed blessing. It needed kind of a non-reactive space to arise and be seen and like, oh, there you are. But there was something about that when there's a receptivity to seeing beneath, to like, what is the thing that really needs to be acknowledged and blessed inside of ourselves? And then it can kind of go. So be open to that. And it's like, As we walk through the world, there's all of this, all these things coming up inside of us into the space of our experience that aren't just the exterior kinds of, it's not just the microwave. It's not just the mess on the table, the piles we never seem to get to because we're too busy, you know, and all the feelings around that. So let there be just a moment-to-moment space where you can just acknowledge those things as you move through them. And mercy if they take over, you know, it's okay.